Howdy guys, it's Joe here, and I've been slamming a lot of hours into the PTR, kind of figuring out what's good, what's bad, what's working on with all these new changes to the tank meta, and I think I found out for myself at least, the strongest tank that's in the meta right now, at least in the PTR. Of course, Reinhardt, I'd also put a second. He's always very good. You pretty much always need him in every single meta. But other than that, the best tank right now that I can see is RoadHog. And RoadHog has been a good tank really for a long time. He got like a buff a while ago to his hook that kind of made it a little bit better. And he's been really good ever since then. Now, I feel like one thing that a lot of people will kind of complain about is the fact that RoadHog's hook isn't quite as jank anymore. You won't get quite as many hooks anymore. You can't hook people around corners. It is a little bit more accurate, and it can hit people when you're actually aiming it better. But other than that, it might not be quite as good. But I'd say even with that in mind, even with the Hook 2.0 maybe not being quite as good in every situation, I'd still say that he's probably going to be the best tank that you can possibly play right now. But let me get a little bit into my actual reasoning. Now, the first thing that I'm going to say that's really great about him is that with the D.Va nerf, he does so much damage to D.Va now. Just like with Reaper, after you take out her shield, well, you can two-shot D.Va, and like even one-shot her sometimes. So yeah, if you can get those easy headshots, which your gun can pretty much always get on her, yeah, you can completely demolish her, so it kind of takes her out of the picture. As well against Zarya, I feel like you have a little bit more consistent DPS, or I guess more burst DPS in some situations. It's kind of dependent, but overall you just have a bit more DPS. And against Winston, you just kind of maul him. So it really leaves RoadHog as the character, at least as the tank, that can do the most work from now on. Now, as well with this, I would also say that he was definitely the one least affected by the Ana nerf. And his healing, of course, is very important on all the tanks. It does hurt him to a decent extent, but when we were playing the 4-tank meta, a lot of the time you actually didn't see the Ana healing the RoadHog way too much. Simply put, his self-heal was amazing. He could take 300 damage, run away, use a self-heal, half-charge his ult. He was really good in that sense, and he could really pull it off without even needing the Ana heal. But the other tanks, on the other hand, really did need the Ana heal, and that Ana heal getting nerfed will affect them a little bit more than himself. Just for the fact that he can heal himself up, while with everyone else, they need Ana to get themselves up really quickly. Well, yeah, RoadHog can just do it himself. It gives your team a little bit of consistency in that effect, and it also makes it that Ana can definitely focus on another tank instead of RoadHog, well, sometimes switching to him. But yeah, it makes it so that your Ana has a little bit less hard of a job, and so also that your Ana can just heal one of the tanks a lot better than just trying to split her healing between two tanks. Next, I'd also like to say that with Ana's healing nerf, RoadHog kind of mauls over all the other tanks. Beforehand, Ana could pretty much just shoot her E, shoot one of the tanks, and RoadHog could get like a headshot, but then Ana could quickly heal that back up. But with Ana's nerf, she still can heal quite a bit, but RoadHog can, just like Reaper, go through that healing now. Especially against D.Va, as I said earlier, against Winston, against Zarya, if her shield's not up, he can just walk up, Ana can try to heal them, but he can 1-pop, 2-pop them before Ana can get them back to full health, again like Reaper. It's something that I wasn't really thinking about the first time I saw that these changes were going to happen, but yeah, it's definitely a thing that kind of puts RoadHog above some of the other tanks, as he can kill them, while on the other hand, the other tanks really can't kill him, because a lot of the other tanks, the DPS is pretty high, but Ana's healing still goes above their DPS, while RoadHog's beats Ana's healing. Next, I'm also going to say that RoadHog's pretty good, because he actually does find a lot of trouble against certain other tanks, and with this new meta having less tanks, I think he'll be doing really well as well. And with having less tanky characters, I think we're going to be seeing more Winston to counter the offensive characters, and then RoadHog can counter the Winston, so it kind of goes around in a circle. Basically what I'm saying is that with the removal of a lot of the tanks that were good right now, I think we're still going to be seeing a lot of RoadHog. I feel like he's very good versus tanks, and he's also very good versus squishies, because if you happen to land a single hook, they're down for the count. And even if you don't land hooks, if you can just get close, you can 1-pop them, or if you can get a nice right click, you can still 1-pop them. I'd say really he's just the tank with the most carry potential. Sure, he cannot tank as much as the other characters. He can't tank as much as a Reinhardt, he can't take even as much as a Zarya in a lot of situations, because he doesn't have a thing that can take like a giant explosion damage like Zarya's shifts can. But with that said, I feel like he can definitely do the job that they need to do against an offensive hero meta. You can pick people off, you can tank for a while, and then you can have your other tank, be it a Reinhardt, or I guess a D.Va, or a Winston, take over while you go back, heal, and then you can get right back into the action. I think his playstyle will really fit quite well in the new meta that we see, at least from what I've been seeing in the Overwatch PTR, and yeah, I just think that he's really going to do quite amazing. I mean, he's been doing great for a few months already, so I think it's just going to get better and better from here. And yeah, those are really the majority of the reasons why I think that RoadHog is going to pick up the mantle of one of the best tanks, right next to Reinhardt. I think they're probably going to be very close to each other, actually. Now, one final thing that I do want to note again is that I feel like his hook 2.0 will be something that could hurt him a lot, but at the same time, it could make him a bit more consistent. Overall, RoadHog over the last few months has been very, very strong, but a little bit inconsistent. While with this new hook, he becomes quite less strong from the jank standpoint, but from the consistency standpoint, he becomes quite a bit better. Hits more often when it should hit, and it'll miss more often when it should have missed. So we're really gonna have to wait. Will that consistency take over the jank factor, or will it really shove him down a bit? That's really the final thing I have to think about this, and only time will tell for that. Anyways, that's at least what I think. I play a ton of tanks, so hopefully this is what's gonna happen, but that's just what I can guess about the future and what I can assume from what we've been playing so far. Anyways, as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. Comment down below what tanks you feel like are going to be strong in the future. Maybe Zarya could actually be pretty good too, but just tell me what you guys think. And as always, have a wonderful day.